Hi Felicities, thanks for tuning back into my channel. This is Jan Victor and you are tuned into the channel with no name. This channel, we do videos on whatever we feel like, and this video is gonna be a smidge bit controversial because it's going to have copycat inspired, whatever you want to call it, and you're probably already seeing it. I'm going to be talking about some of the bags that I have that aren't basically what most people know them on for the authentic or like high-end luxury versions. These are the ones that you pick up from a Chinese company. They're mid-range brands, Amazon, because apparently you can get everything from Amazon. And the hashtag I'm starting is because after I did my last video, the Gucci Soho alternative, or the Gucci Soho disco alternative, which featured my Rebecca Minkoff purchase, I want to call it hashtag bags that don't break the bank, hashtag bags on a budget, because sometimes you don't want to spend 10,000, 6,000, 5,000, or even 1,000 on a bag, and you only have a couple hundred or 100 to spend. You might want to check out these brands, and because it's Christmas and capitalism, shopping, you could totally check out these bags, these bag brands, these companies, and you might be able to pick up something. They will help you kind of get a feel for a bag, and maybe in the future when you're making like 6 figures, you can buy some of these bags. So we're just gonna get started, and a lot of these bags have already been featured on my Instagram, so if you follow or have seen my Instagram Fierce Renegade, you'll see some of these that have been featured, and one of them isn't mine. So I'm actually gonna just get started with the bag that I first picked up, which was before I started collecting luxury. It's pretty clear most people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is a copy and paste of the Hermes Kelly, and I actually really like this bag. My sister, my older sister, her Instagram is B as in victory, mad lettering. She tagged this up for me, and if you actually look, there's like a little unicorn on the bottom over here, and it's hydrangeas. And this is inspired from the Hermes Kelly Retourne in the size 28 or something, I don't know. Size 28. Yeah, give or take 28. And it comes with the strap, and this was purchased way before I started spending money on like Louis Vuitton. I don't think I had bought actually a designer bag or a bag that was over 100. And this bag, if y'all know, the actual Hermes Kelly retails for starting at like 10 grand, and some people don't have that kind of money to spend. So I saw this on Instagram on different Instagrammers and YouTubers, and they were talking about bagging. And so I'm like, you know what, that looks that looks amenable. Like, I think that might work. I picked it up, and it took about 2 or 3 weeks to come from China to the US, and it's lasted me over 2 years, and it's actually in pretty great condition. I think there was just like a screw that came off here, but overall it's still in great condition. Y'all know what a Kelly looks like since you've seen probably all those videos of the actual thing, but this one was only like 120, and this was at that time the most expensive bag I ever purchased. And I don't think, at that time I didn't ever think I would have ever spent more than $1,000 on a bag. So it's really cool because, you know, one of the things too is these bags on a budget idea is maybe you don't know if you're gonna like the Kelly, and you're just trying to kind of see the silhouette and if it's gonna work for your life. And then in a year or 2 or 20 years after you've saved up, you can finally pick up one. It's a great way to test it, but I really like it. Most people actually didn't even know what a Kelly was, and I had to explain to them this is inspired from a silhouette of a really expensive brand. And yeah, it's pretty great. I don't really buy as much from like shippers from China, like they ship directly from China, just because it takes like 2 to 3 weeks and I don't got patience. But this is a really cute bag, and I'm actually gonna go in kind of like the Hermes inspired, Hermes copied and paste, Hermes knockoff, whatever. And so I'm gonna go right into the one that a lot of people have seen, and it's inspired from 2 things. So it was inspired from the Hermes, what do you call it? The Hermes Birkin, and this is the size 35. And I loosely say inspired because obviously it's pretty clear it's copied and pasted. But if you see, it also says you fake like this bag. I met Sonique Saturday about like 4 or 5 years ago at like an event, and she had like a Birkin kind of style bag, and you pick like this Birkin, and they said, I am gonna eventually get like the silhouette of a Birkin, and I'm gonna write something similar. And my sister again, vmadlettering, wrote, you fake like this bag. The bag is in cursive, and it's because I know it's not a Birkin. There was actually the logo on here, because this bag, if you didn't know, it's actually, and see, look, totally silhouette, yeah, copied and paste. It's from Amazon, because you can get everything from Amazon nowadays. And what's great is, instead of having to wait 3 weeks for something to ship, it can ship in like 2 days if you have Amazon Prime, because I have a problem. So I picked this bag up and I was super hesitant, but then I had seen videos and like reviews on Amazon, and I'm like, you know what? Even though Amazon is this huge multi-billion-dollar company, like, I don't think I don't know if I'm ever gonna buy a Birkin, like a $10,000 bag. So why not just pick this up, tag it up, let people know what exactly it is, it's not real, and just have fun. And this is like, I toss and turn this bag, like I'm very carefree with it, but it does function as, this is the Birkin 35 size, and it's really great as a work bag, and I kind of just throw it around everywhere and don't really take care of it or baby it, but it's kind of a great alternative, because this one was only like 125 or 120, and allegedly it's leather. If it is leather, it's probably not from the best part, but it's still pretty good. And it came in 2 days, and they have a really great return policy. And the company that this is from is called Ainifeel. It's like AINIFEEL. And for me, I don't stunt this bag like it's a real thing. That's why I have it all tagged up. And the next one I'm going to show you, I still have to tag up, but I really enjoy this bag, but I don't think I would ever, if I got a real thing, I would not use it as a work bag. I have my Philip Lim Pashley. It's a really great work bag when I want to be a little extra, and this one is like, you could just stuff a lot more, and it's easier to stuff compared to the Pashley. But if you're considering a Birkin, want to test it out, this is a good way to try. It does even feel as heavy. It even feels heavy like when an actual Birkin is empty, because it's a heavy bag, just like without anything in it. And I do stuff it. Right now it's actually all stuffed, and it's pretty much to the T copied and pasted. You know, they got a Xerox machine and push this out. So I'm gonna toss that one, and then the last one that I got from the Hermes inspired collection, and this one is actually from a different bag that's I'll show later, but I love using this one, and I don't care if this hardware doesn't match. But this, you've seen on my Instagram, is, I don't know what size it is, but it's obviously the Hermes Kelly. It looks super cute. It's like patenty box calfskin look, and it is like, I think the size 20 something. I'm gonna put the information down below if I feel like it, but this was, I think, like $100. It wasn't that it was like literally, it wasn't the actual thing goes for like 10 grand. And I am so sorry if this video is kind of all over the place, but this is like the only way I could figure out how to do it. But this is also from Ainifeel. What's great is this one doesn't have the logo, and the hardware is in gold. It comes in a lot of different colors. They have also the style, and this is from Amazon. And I think this one I ordered in the morning, and it came at nighttime because it had the same day shipping option. And it's really cute. It comes with the strap, but I like using this one because when I do use a strap, I wear it very casually, and then when I want to wear a dressy, I'll just crook up the arm it. But as you can tell, I really like the kind of Kelly silhouette, which you'll see from the other bag I'm gonna show, which is from my other favorite mid-range brand that I've talked about a couple of times on my channel. This is really cute, and I don't know what I'm gonna eventually tag up on this, because, you know, I originally was gonna put the You Fake Like This bag, but I feel like I could do something more fun and exciting. But you can check them out. Amazon, really great, 2-day shipping or sometimes same-day shipping. And you're like spending about $100 for a pretty high quality bag. Like, this has lasted me a lot, and I think y'all know I don't really baby my bags. Bags are meant to be used, and I think for me, maybe in the future, if I ever get a real like Hermes Kelly, probably a vintage one in like Bordeaux or something, I don't know. I'll do something with these bags, like chop it up. But this isn't the real thing, like I said, and all these 3 bags were like about like $300 something. And they are the silhouette of the iconic Hermes bags, but then at the end, who's to say that they're the only ones that make that silhouette? And you'll kind of see from the next bag that I'll show you, which is one of my favorite brands. This is, and it always gets mistaken for being inspired from the Hermes Kelly silhouette. But when let me actually close it so you can see exactly the look. Oh, damn it. This is a Henri Bendel Uptown Satchel. And this one is in the color eggplant. I don't know if it's actually coming through because sometimes it comes off as black. But it's Henri Bendel, and what's great about this one is this isn't $100. This retails at like $500. But what's great with Henri Bendel is they always be having sales, like 25% off. Right now, I think they're like, if you buy X amount, it's 20%, then 25, then 30. So I bought this when it was like 50% off, so it was half of the price, and then I think there was another 10% because there was something going on in store. So I think I paid like about $250, $240-ish for this bag. And this isn't inspired from the Hermes Kelly. This is actually more closely inspired by the Delvaux Tempête. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. Carmen del Orifice, amazing. And this is one of my most favorite bags, and I actually like this a lot better than the Hermes Kelly silhouette, just because this is my favorite part, the hardware, like the 3 kind of like the cinching option so you can make it tighter. And I was trying to get a mini, but that fell through, so I'm kind of a little sad. This is the original model, and they don't really have this anymore. So if you know anybody that has the mini, this kind of style, this original style, because they actually even discontinued the new one, let me know. And then the next one is actually my cousin's, but I wanted to feature it because I know there's a lot of flap lovers and people want to get like a feel of potentially getting a flap bag and they're not ready to make the jump to pick up a $6,000 Chanel flap. So this is the Henri Bendel, I believe Warren Street chain or something, and it's really amazing. It comes in really great colors. This super chunky chain is like pretty freaking substantial, and the same dealio. There's always a sale going on. It has this lock closure, and it's in black, and there's like a little middle zip compartment and 2 compartments. And then there's a back pocket, which is my favorite. Love back pockets. Yeah, Henri Bendel is really great, and I could totally do a full video on it. I want to give a shout out to Frozen Luxury, since he's like my HB Henri Bendel guru, because whenever I have a question about it, if I want to pick up something, if I need to connect with somebody, he totally knows who to talk to. But yeah, like I think if I wasn't gonna buy like literally copied and pasted bags, I would get Henri Bendel, since there's just an amazing history with HB. So those are like basically the 2 brands I totally buy a lot from. I'm gonna show the last 2 mini bags, and I'm gonna show this one first because I already talked about this, but Rebecca Minkoff camera bag. No, I feel like it's just so, I don't think this is inspired from anything, like, and when people, like, you know, I say a Gucci Disco Soho alternative, it's inspired from a camera bag style, which is like, camera bags is where you put your camera. But I think it's such a great alternative since, and somebody commented on my video earlier, like, they wanted to get a feel for potentially what a Soho Disco might be, but not spend that price. This is a good start, because I think when I finally paid for it, it was like $98 for like this really cool suede bag, and I figured out how to make it shoulder strap, the length, and how to double it up. So cute. So I've been really enjoying this bag, and I've used it quite a ton already. Though one thing is you can't stuff it as much, but you can fit quite a lot in it. And the reason why I say you can't stuff it as much is because they have like a huge portable charger, like it's the size of like the length of this, so it takes up the bottom half of the bag. But this one, you probably have not seen on my Instagram because I got this from Yesstyle, which is from Asia, and it took 2 to 3 weeks to deliver. It was only like $30, and it was because of Ciara O Doherty. I watched her video, and it's such a great dupe for the Prada Cahier bag or the Prada book bag. And this strap actually came with it, and I do use this strap too with it. I use it as a kind of like just a running around bag when I can be very minimal. Unfortunately, I don't think it would get from Yesstyle because there was like issues with this bag, and I was like, oh gosh, like the strap inside, it wasn't functional. So I had to use this to like put in this strap, but you know, at the end I was like, I'm not gonna return it, that's just gonna be too much effort. I can work with the current situation of the bag. And the thing that I'm talking about is this like little strap thing didn't work. I wouldn't purchase from them again when I have something like Amazon, or I can go to Henri Bendel or Minkoff or a lot of other brands. But if you're looking for a really good Prada dupe with this kind of like faux suede-ish look, this is amazing. Like, let me just show you. Like, I don't think I would ever buy actually a Prada Cahier bag, but the idea of it just looks really great. It's the color, I don't know if y'all notice, I either go in that olive green, military green look, reds and blues. Notice how like this black bag is from my cousin. I had to borrow it from him, but I like color. And that's some of the things that's great about this Bags on a Budget is the most expensive bag that was purchased on my end here was only like $240. And so that's like, you know, you could save up for that, and it's amenable, right? Like for budgeting, like, oh, I can actually get this bag. But like some people don't have $1,000, so why not check out some of these other bag brands, or some of the Chinese sellers if you can wait 2 to 3 weeks, or check out Amazon. And I think they're all really great, and at the end of the day, like, I know what the bags are, and it's like, as long as you don't stunt it like, yeah, this is the real thing, you know, just enjoy your bags. So thanks for tuning in. It's gonna cut off, but I will see y'all later, and I hope you enjoy this really long video. Bye, Felicity!